Hello there. Well, today I am watching Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. I have this game, but I can't use remote play on my PS3, and I don't know if they have one for the PS4. I've tried several times, but nada. I even tried using my remote play for my PS4, but for some reason that doesn't work, and it's so frustrating. It's because I need a new computer. Daxter. This was my favorite game growing up, but it was incredibly hard for me to beat. I would play a lot of games, but I'm not so good when it comes to trying to beat them. Man, I had such a huge crush on Jak as a kid. And I wish my PS3 had it every
I have spent
play.
my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall.
Sound like the rocks have dementia.
Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy.
Aren't you sure it's not
oblivious
your aching
to
bones?
his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance.
Well, yeah.
And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet.
If you're so wise, then why did you get kidnapped?
So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries,
But
it
for real,
begins
this
with
guy
a small act
practically
of
sees the future.
disobedience.
He could not foretell him
Jak,
getting kidnapped.
old green stuff told us not to come here.
Why'd you follow him?
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the
Dude,
locals
you okay?
possess precursor
Are you
items,
having a heart attack
you
or
know
something?
what to
Do
do.
you have asthma?
Deal
You
harshly
need
with
your
anybody
inhaler?
who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
Girl, why aren't you helping your brother? He's having an asthma attack.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps.
Why did you say to follow him if you're so scared? Daxter.
Oh,
lovable
stupid
fraidy cat.
precursor junk.
But he has the heart of a lion. Scared, but
What is
will
that
fight.
dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that?
They never asked the precursors when they
I think we're in
actually see
trouble!
them. Throw with all your might, man. If Dax wasn't there, Jack would have fallen in. Who knows what he would have turned into?
Man, that stung!
Probably an ocelot.
I told you we shouldn't have come here,
Should've
and you
been
listened! What?
Lightning would form.
Okay, okay.
voice of
I'm
thunder.
fine. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell
Jack.
me.
He
Instead
never
of heeding
talks.
my wisdom, the
Wonder
two
what's
of
the
you
story
went
behind
mucking
that.
around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right! And then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man! Are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
Oh, that's cold, man.
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while.
Why wouldn't you call them?
The
Got a
only
bird.
other way north
Write
is
them a
by
message.
foot through the
Tell
fire
them Dr.
canyon,
Lazy
but
has
its
to turn on
volcanic
their
soil
teleporter.
is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing
Back
at
off,
this
Hudson.
very
It's on
moment.
his shirt.
All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or
You're the
two
one
stashed
making
away
it.
somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer! You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training.
That's so
Before
true.
you do anything else,
Got
you
lost so
better
many
go through the
times.
warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
Oh, goodness, Daxter. You had to go do him dirty like that. He knows he's ugly. Yeah, but for real. Why didn't the other sages talk to a cow guy? Maybe it's no wonder he
This
turned
device
dark.
is a communicator.
He's
With it, my
lonely.
father and I can give you advice at any time during your
Nobody.
quest.
And he grabbed his sister along with it. Looks like a slutty stripper.
These floating egg-shaped things
Dark
are
sage guy
precursor
looks like
orbs.
he's having
Collect enough of them,
asthma
and some of the
or a
villagers
heart
will give you a
attack.
power cell in exchange.
Pearl does have asthma with him gasping so dang hard. Holding his chest. But dang, man. Are you okay? Do you need to inhaler or something?
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grab zoomer.
Why didn't you do it while you were exploring the island? Jeez. Leaving all the hard work to him. I know he's the hero, but come on. Gotta do some of heavy lifting yourself. So weird how his foot turns big when he spins.
Sometimes you want to hit things with a greater force. To break one of these boxes, you should jump in the air and then dive down onto it, hands first.
I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a concussion for jumping that
you
hard.
found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
You're the your mighty hammer.
That's Blue Eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
Yeah, but not fast enough. You gotta be quick. It only gives you a couple of seconds. You have to run to that door. Took me over like 10 times to do it. gotta quit, not fall. Now you gotta go all the way back.
Wow! That last scout fly had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling blue eco through your body.
Turns you blue, man. And you run with force.
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Man, I've been wondering for a long time. How did they put those eco in capsules or in cluster Jack 2? For real, the green eco clusters, how did they put them in packages? And with the
Good
bullets,
work. The blue eco caused
I'm
the door
wondering
to
how
open.
did they do that?
With blue
This
eco,
eco
you
is
can breathe
energy.
energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
But I'm also wondering how they even put them in vents and stuff. There is no information about that. It's like these ecos must be in different parts of the world, or they're just going to be in the same place. Samos and its all-knowing self doesn't
Those
have the
little
answer.
green balls of energy on the ground are a type of
But the
eco.
precursors don't
Pick
say
up
anything.
50 small green ecos or one big green one to increase your health.
Yeah, this part that sucks. You gotta get 50 of them just to get one.
You can jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
I like that flying thing. I think it's cool. How do they
Notice
have
how
such white
each blue
teeth?
eco cluster you
What kind
pick
of
up
toothpaste do they have?
increases the time
Do
you
they
can
even
use its
have
power.
toothpaste? Their teeth are so white. Jeez Louise, why did the non-fictional characters, people, whatever, always have the best teeth while real people have to work hard just to have maintain a good smile, or to have healthy teeth? Like today, I had to go to the dentist. Hate it! Do these people even have dentists? I know it's not real, but come on. You never see Jack going into a dentist or a hospital.
Good
Of course, we
training,
got
boys,
green eco.
but that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine. Adventure away then.
When I
And while
first
you're
heard him
out
say that, I thought he said
adventuring,
revenge.
why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you,
Get out of here!
out of here!
Shook the whole entire island. But he can't keep himself from getting kidnapped. Man, I love this game. So many times I wished I could jump into the game and have adventures with Jack. So many times I wish I was in my favorite anime land. So many times. So many wishes. Of course, they would never come true.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grab Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
Hypocrite much?
You don't know what you're missing.
Jack literally becomes becomes an animal in Jak too, but you still
Listen,
hate him.
if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
Why don't you look? You're the genius starter. You got tools, you got a wrench, probably a hammer. Go in there and bust some caps. Sandover Village. I don't know how I got lost in this village so many times, trying to find the correct way to go. It's so small.
Hey!
Shark
It
jaws.
looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment.
that's
I
not
was to
his
set
real
off on
uncle,
my
but
journeys
come on.
yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun.
But it could be born with good looks.
Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in
Hells
return.
no. You're going to abandon him. He's only 15. You're going to abandon your supposed nephew so you can go on to a trip? Nuh-uh. Do it yourself.
Oh, don't tell me that you two have problems as well.
Yes, Jolly Ranch.
First I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving?
And how is that
means
my
our
problem?
village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Hmm?
Ha!
Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power
Why
cell.
would someone elect your fat
Minimum
ass to be mayor?
contribution
You're
is
useless.
a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
Seriously. You're sending a 15-year-old to do your dirty work just because you're scared? Where's your police force and whoever's supposed to fight monsters? You can't just be Jak. How did you guys manage without him before? But you're all too scared to leave your huts? Poor Jak.
Hey!
All their problems.
Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that misty island.
How did she run all the way over there across
Just
the
hope
water?
she's all right.
What is she, Jesus
Worth
Muse?
parcel if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute. We are not going back to Misty Island. Are we?
Yes. But from what it looks like, the fisherman is the only one on that whole island with a boat. So how the hell could his muse get onto that island? It's not like he paid the paid the fisherman to take her there. And why is that the only other island around? Are they far away from any big islands? Other than like in Jak 2. Hundreds, if not thousands of years into the future, there's islands they're in a huge empire. But did the water recede or something? Probably not. Jack 2, stand out same with his hut is on the same level as they would have where they walk. Got blown up. Pelican.
Hey!
Pelican has
That
a
pelican
mohawk.
just snagged a power cell! Let's go kick some big bird butt!
Man, oh! The parts I had troubles with. Trying to get there fast enough to hit that pelican. Then racing over to get the power cell. There was one time I actually failed.
Alright! Treasure!
You hurt Jack.
Alright!
Muscular.
More orbs!
Why do you continue to do it, man? You know the first time it didn't work. Why are you trying to kill yourself? It's weird. These sand snakes, you don't see them in Jak 2. Yes, sand scorpions, but no sand snakes. And no more of those green things which I forgot their names. None of the monsters from Jak 1 you ever see again in Jak 2, except for the lurkers. And there's like sort of a lurker dog, but it's a lurker alligator dog, something. They look like a Pokemon. 40 more.
We scrounged enough orbs to trade for a power cell! Let's get back and make the switch already!
Hells no. He take his wiggly old ass to the power cell himself. And even the fucking bird lady is still doing the mission without even knowing what she wants. Still get the power cell. Run as fast as you can before the power cells run out. Before it runs out. Probably should have broken one of the rocks holding the Benton. Attack, you are dead.
What a weird looking thing! I'll bet we can get this open if you power up with that zappy blue eco stuff.
Good job! Now meet me down here by the egg. Oh my! I hope the poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
Right. Oh. Little flip bird.
No, no! No, 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 no!
Look, isn't that cute? It thinks you're its mama.
Ah! I'm not your mom! You see any feathers here?
You see orange.
Love at first sight. Ah. Listen, boys. I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care of her.
What happened to the flip birds? Because in Jak 2 you only have lizards that can sort of fly. They just flap their wings super hard, alive momentarily. What happened to the flip birds? They the damage to its extinction. I really miss Fluffy. It's a good bird. It would have been something if somehow he was preserved and saw Jak again. care of your dog. Animal abuse. Still haven't gotten that pelican yet. Did you forget? Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop it here for now. Well, thank you for watching. Goodbye.